No, I've not taken anything.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, thank you and welcome to our discussion today. Today we are privileged to have Mathew Nyamlori. Nyamlori has been a story over and again, and today we invite him here just to share his story. Corporate Career Academy has been inviting professionals to share their experience, to be able to mentor young professionals. But today we have somebody who can give hope to somebody who is struggling with
Hello. Hello.
career, getting school fees, and now he comes here to advise those who are facing similar, so that now we are able to learn and at least get to know that it's not the end of everything. Whichever challenges you face, they are not the end of anything. So I want to take this chance to introduce Mathew. Mathew, you can introduce yourself and tell us who you are, so that Kenyans can get to know you better, and the professionals and the students who follow our channel can be able to tell who is Mathew Nyamlori. Welcome, Mathew.
Thank you, Mr. Makori. I'm Mathew Aol Nyamlori. I'm known to the YouTube and interview. My story is all over. I am, first of all, I would like to say that I'm a serial KCPE taker. It happened that I sat for KCPE 9 times, having stayed in primary school for 22 good years and failing none. I was admitted to all national school. I graduated 2 weeks ago on 23rd with bachelor degree in public policy and administration at Kenyatta University, second class upper division.
Wow, thank you very much, Martin. But people will be interested to know more about your journey. Probably, if you don't mind, you can give us a little bit more of your journey so that those who have not heard about Mathew Nyamlori can be able to relate with yourself and learn from your 9 years in primary, doing KCP for 9 years. Probably, you can give us your story starting from growing up and how you got through. Yeah, welcome.
Mathew Aol Nyamlori was born in the family of 13. I'm the 9th born in the family of 13. I happened to have sat for KCP 9 times. My first attempt in KCP was in Kipsimbal Primary School in the 9th Division in Bomet County. I sat in 1998 and I scored 497. I was admitted at Kabianga High School. It was 478 out of 700. I was admitted at Kabianga High School. I didn't go to Kabianga. Later on, I decided to go and repeat at Rongo Primary. I went to Rongo Primary and sat KCP in 1999. I scored 505. I was admitted at Kanga High School. I joined Kanga in Form 1, 2000. The year 2000, I was in Form 1. The year 2001, I was in Form 2. I dropped out in first term, the year 2001. I decided to join now Mujengo business, casual work for my survival at Rongo. I was living in Tata. I could stay even go sleep in the bathroom. In 2002, I decided to enroll at Ketere Primary School. I scored 387 out of 500. I was admitted at Rapogi. 2003, I went to Sonisuga Primary. I scored 399. And I was admitted at Rapogi. Again, 2004, I went to Rangwe Junior Academy in Rangwe constituency. I scored 434 because I was put in a boarding. I was admitted to Maseno. I was called to join Maseno. I went to Maseno in second term. I joined Maseno. 2005, I was in Maseno. 2006, I was in Maseno. 2007, I dropped out of Maseno. I came to Nairobi here doing Mujengo and struggling. Later on, I decided, no, there's nothing I'm saving. There's nothing I'm doing. You are doing mjengo. You are given 200 shillings, and by that time I was living in a slum, and there was a squabble between Bugiki. It was a struggle between PNU and ODM. I decided to go back to primary. In 2008, I went to Agoro Sare Primary, and I scored. I scored 394. I was admitted at Maranda. 2009, I met a pastor who took me to Aldorevi Junior Academy in Dulele, Narok. I scored 400. I was admitted at Kapsabet. The eighth time I went to Agape Junior Academy in Rangwe, in Kosele. I scored 401. I was admitted at Maranda. Lastly, I went to Oriri Primary School in Ringa. I scored 403 and I was admitted at Nairobi School. There is when Equity Bank Wings to Fly picked me. And I went to Nairobi School. I stayed there for 4 years. I sat for KCSE 2015. I scored a B plus of 71. I was admitted to KU to do Bachelor of Public Policy and Administration, where I graduated 2 weeks ago with second class upper. So that is my story. So I was struggling because I was born in very poor background. We were very poor. We were living in a grass thatch house. We had nothing. We really struggled. Family of 13, nothing to eat, going to do casual work. So that is the reason why I was repeating it. Was just for poverty. The poverty was what kept me moving. Poverty in my home kept me moving.
Wow, thank you very much, Matthew. When somebody hears your story, sometimes they may not understand the level of poverty and how it.
What I can say is, the level of poverty in my home was very terrible because I started milking cows when I was in class 3. In fact, I started wearing shoes. I wore the first shoe to wear. I was in Form 1, joining Form 1. I never had shoes, even slippers, when I was when I was struggling. I had nothing completely. Hello? The moderator. The moderator. Hello? 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 Oh, you will let in your son. To watch it. Baraba. Miel dakika pradek. Hello?
Sorry, Matthew, we lost you for some time. Sorry for the network. So I was saying, somebody who is listening to your story would be interested to know what kept you moving despite all the challenges. Just if you can just put it to that perspective, what could have kept you moving despite all the challenges and the hardships?
Despite all the challenges?
Yeah. What kept you moving?
What kept me moving was the poverty in my place. I said, and I repeat, we were very poor. The chapo and mkati, we were seeing it only during Christmas time. This chapo, this mkate I see here, sometime naweza kuwa naye hapa hata nitupe ingine. We could see it only during Christmas time. That is where the level of poverty we had. We were living in a grass thatch house where, in a grass thatch house where when it rains, you go look for another place to stand in order for you not to be rained on. It was a very terrible life. You are living now and you don't know what next. What next? The next meal you will take. You don't have the next meal. That is the level we had. We were 13. We were 13 in the family, and I was number 9. So you can imagine, your parents are doing casual labor, casual jobs, looking for casual job, which is not permanent, to feed 13 people at a go. It was not easy.
I know, even those who have one child cannot feed sometimes. So 13 is just a big number. So Matthew, these challenges, I think you are one of the most strongest people we've ever come across. Yes. Despite all the challenges, you were able to go through your college. After those 9 years, after 38 years, now you are done with the university. Yes. I want to give some advice to a student who is struggling out there. There could be a student who is lacking school fees, maybe in their second year only. What could be your advice to those students, or somebody struggling in life who hears your story? I know your story has been told a lot, and we may not have to go through the story, but what could be your advice to that person who is struggling and they feel that the world is ending?
What I can say, sir, you live your life, and life is very precious. And God will always come in to help. Never shall you despair. I've been seeing so many people committing suicide. So many students and pupils committing suicide. Don't commit suicide. You have time and God has a good plan for you. What God has put for you, it is there and you will achieve it. The work is to initiate a process. Let me talk even to the people who have been laid off in the places of work. Initiate a project, initiate a simple business. God will always bless what you have in your hands. I had the brain and I had to put it in practice. And that is what kept me moving. And God manifested that, brought in equity, wings to fly, sponsored me in Nairobi school, proceeded to Kenyatta University, graduated with 2nd class, upper division. I'm saying this because I know people are going through economic challenges. People have nothing in their homes. People are struggling. People are depressed and stressed. Get into YouTube and watch my story. Mine was very terrible. I could take ugali only once in a week. I was surviving with guavas and sugarcane at the area of Soni, Rongo, Kitere. And nobody, when you see me now, people think that I'm working in a certain office because the peace Lord gave me after joining Nairobi school, it started manifesting itself. And that this is where I gained the body. I'm also writing or speaking to the people there, the people loving. There's a rise of gender-based violence. Your wife, you sign contract with your wife or your boyfriend or your girlfriend. You just sign contract. That is the person you met having 32 teeth. So if the contract is not doing well, you terminate the contract. Stop killing one another. Life is very precious. Thou shalt not kill. Count that. Huh? You also have a sister somewhere. You have a cousin somewhere. Imagine somebody is harming your sister or your cousin. Why do you harm somebody's daughter, somebody's sister, somebody's daughter, or somebody's son? When the contract is not doing well, you terminate the contract and pick another one and carry out your life. If it is monetary depression, initiate a project. Sell turungi, strong tea and coffee. Sell coffee and mandasi on your way. Move to the offices. Sell something. Initiate a project. God will manifest in what you have in your hand. You don't wait for manna from heaven. I never waited. Despite going to many offices requesting to pay for me school fee. I was even excommunicated in some churches. When I was looking for help. I never despaired. I was abused. I used to be abused. I used to be insulted several times. I used to be despised several times by even some teachers. And it never stopped me from achieving my dreams. I said, God is the one who brought me to this world. And my God is also a rich person, is the richest person. That is my father. I trusted upon the Lord. And finally, I graduated at the age of 38. I'm not regretting. I'll never have regret to have graduated at the age of 38. Graduating with somebody when I was doing my first KCP was being born. I will never regret doing that. So it is you to initiate a project.
Thank you very much, Nyamlori. Now, the other thing we need to get information is concerning now your career. There are students who will be interested to pursue public policy and administration, probably, or anybody here who is hearing about public policy. Maybe you could just shed some light on what is this public policy and administration as a course.
What I can say, public policy and administration entails management of the problem. Public policy is initiating, implementing policy. Implementing, yani kutunga sera, tabia. Like making policy in county government, making policy in ministry, making policy in NGOs, making policy in UN organization, making sound policy. Like it is like managing problem. When you have a problem in your organization, you bring me. You know, I went through a lot. I went through a lot of problems, and that is why I decided to go for policy, because if it would have been sound policy in awarding the CDF and the bursary, then I would have not suffered the way I suffered. I suffered because someone else was being awarded, leaving somebody who is needy, who was me. So sound policy in the Ministry of Education, sound policy in the CDF, sound policy in government, it will reduce corruption, and it will make also the development to reach rural area.
Wow.
That is it.
That's great. That's great. So, Nyamlori, maybe I know you are on transit. We want to understand something. Huh? Now, yes. With the current, you've been with students, most of whom have been younger than you in college.
Yes.
How are you of help to them, especially when they face challenges, they feel they are overwhelming them?
Those whom I could help, I could help. Those whom I could not help, I could advise on the way possible. Because, you know, me also, I am not stable in financial. And most of the students in the university, their challenges is fee, food, and how to carry on their life in campus. You know, there is a big assumption with the parents that when somebody has merited university, can fend for himself. People are suffering out here. I saw people sleeping in the old library or SZ39, sleeping outside, sleeping even in the common room where the television is, because they don't know, they cannot subscribe to the hostel, they don't have money, they don't know have what to eat, because their parents assume when they have gone to campus, now they can manage surviving on their own, which is not the case. The help being given to students is not enough for their upkeep. Some are even living out of school. I know of many who has been in school since 2012. They have not graduated. Why? Because they lack what to eat. They lack fee. They lack fee. Somebody is lacking 15,000 shilling to register to learn, and he has an A plane or A minus and dropping out of school, and no one is caring. That is what is happening currently in Kenya. All these things are happening. So this is what I'm encouraging also. So those everybody do something, even if it is marketing or what. Do anything which can bring money. You know, it is not a case whereby that you are a student, university student, you cannot go for Mujengo. If you can make it to Mujengo some few days, you have few lectures. Go do Mujengo and get money and carry on your life. God will pick you where you are. Usidharau kazi.
Wow. Thank you very much. Now, Nyamrol, what could you have done differently? I assume the tables were to turn, and now you have done your first KCP. Is there something you think you could have done differently so that somebody who has been called to a national school or who has an opportunity somewhere and they are missing resources?
The person who has been admitted to a national school or what? Pardon? Moderator. Hello? What I'm saying and what I can advise somebody who has been admitted to a national school. We have this now, we have Wings to Fly, we have Cooperative, we have Palm House, we have Family Foundation, we have KCB Foundation, we have Government Foundation, we have County Government. Now they have everything. We had nothing. During our time, it was only Staré Boy Centers supporting people in school. It was only Staré Boy Center, but now we have so many organizations which are CSR, corporate social responsibility. They can apply for those things. What I'm trying to tell people, Jituma, yani go, be a go-getter. Don't sit and wait. Go. If the panel in the division has not taken you and you have the right documents, look for fair. Come to Nairobi to the headquarters and tell them you are needy and what you want is just to learn. They will support you. That is what I believe. But somebody who was qualified to the university, we have help. Me, I used help. I was awarded 45,000 per year. I used to be sent for 18,500 or 700 per semester. I used to pay fee 15 or 16,000. Then the rest I used for meal per semester. And I used the help throughout until I graduated. It helped me. I've graduated. I am coming from the humblest family in Nyakach. And I made it. I have a degree. Why? Through help, loan board, through equity, support. That is it. None of my family members ever supported me in anything.
Wow. What about the universities? I know you have been with students who have challenges in universities, and what do you think will be the new policy in universities to support these students from a student point of view? Is there something you feel the deans of students can do to support students who could be in such a need?
Oh, student in the need, like in KU, we have Oswald loan. In KU, we have some loan. We have Somesa Mwenzako. Somesa Mwenzako is an organization whereby students contribute to each other. We also have Kenyatta University loan, giving loan to the needy. We have also the religious organization which can also support you at their own after they are at their own committee levels. Somebody who has merited university, this person over the holiday can go teach in an high school, can go do tuition. We have so many private tuition and make money. Somebody who can promote insurance. We have so many insurance companies or so many products being promoted, and those people do pay 700 per day. They can promote and make fee. I've seen somebody pursuing medicine. Was my classmate in Nairobi school. He's doing medicine in KU. And over over the holiday, sometime you do go to work in a restaurant, and he's a surgeon. We should look on the way. After you graduating as a doctor, now you become a boss. Now you are a student. You look on how to manage yourself to graduate.
Sure. So, Nyamlori, those are very nice words of advice. Now, when are you doing your master's? Probably be interested to hear Dr. Nyamlori, Professor Nyamlori. Do you have such a dreams after a long struggle?
It depends. If you pay for me fee, I will even go tomorrow. If you decide to pay for me fee tomorrow, I'll go to class and do my master's, and then I register for PhD. I have the potential. I can do at any time, provided I've gotten the funds.
Wow, thank you very much. So what could be your closing remarks to all the people, the government, and other person you have not addressed, those who have heard your story and that have been touched? What could be your closing remarks as we even close this discussion?
To the government, this is a very experienced person who has done a lot in KCP, who has done a lot, who has experience in the matter, as a matter of education, as much as education is concerned. This is a guy who has struggled in life, who has been living in very poor, the poorest condition, and made it to graduate, to accomplish 844 system. This is a person who can help you make sound policy in any ministry you are having problem. I have experienced so many problems, and I can handle and can come up with sound policy to manage any ministry in Kenya. This is a person who can also advise concerning 100% transition from primary to secondary. Can also advise concerning TVET or NITA. I have vast knowledge concerning the skill required to propel Kenya to Vision 2030. To any organization or any NGO or any UN organization, UNDP dealing with early pregnancy in the slum area. This is the person who can move with you voluntarily to advise young girls who have given birth to go back to school, to advise young ladies and to advise other young ladies who have not even given birth how to persevere to attain education since to success. To the student carrying out their life, discipline is the key to success. Respect your teacher, respect your parents, because they are the one ordained to you by God. Respect yourself. When you respect yourself, you won't move around sleeping with lady without any howling. A girl will not move around sleeping with sponsors, sleeping with men anyhow. When you respect yourself, you won't move around taking drugs, taking liquor, and destroying your body, which is the temple of the Lord. Respect yourself, and God will make you His ordained vessel, and you will accomplish your dreams in time. May God bless you abundantly. Never despair, never give up. The end justifies the means. Thank you.
Wow, thank you very much, Nyamlori, for coming for our discussion, although short. We really appreciate that whatever information you have given, somebody out here will be encouraged to be able to do better, to be able to face life differently. I know you are also available for any job. I know you don't have a job currently. You are available for a job. If you don't mind, you can leave your email address, your phone number, so that whoever is interested can also get in touch with you if they have a job within your line. You can also share your phone number if you feel comfortable, so that whoever looks at this one can also see potential in you. They can be encouraged and see how best they can support you. I can give you this time to share your details if you feel okay with that.
Okay, I'm Mathew Aol Nyamlori. In Facebook, you get me using Mathew Aol Nyamlori. In YouTube, Aol Mathew. Twitter handle at Aol Mathew 2. In LinkedIn, Mathew Aol. My number is 0721-816-523. 0721-816-523. 0721-816-523. To all the principals, invite me to talk to your student, especially those who are hardcore, disturbing you here and there with the strike. I went to school when I was the oldest student in Kenya, and I never disturbed any teacher. I excel well, and God moved me until I graduated when I'm still healthy. God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mathew. May God bless you, and may we hear soon you have a job. Have a good day.
Corporate career responsibility is a call to all experts and consultants to give back their time, skills, knowledge, and expertise to mentor and nurture future